Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still around the same price level that it was at earlier when I did my first update about Bitcoin today. Well, it did climb up a little bit. Nothing too unexpected. We talked about the 78.6% fib retracement at around 31.6k as a potential target for completing this latest wave of Bitcoin, and we're going to take a look at that in the chart. But it's always amazing when prices are suddenly moving up a little bit, that we suddenly see such a change in sentiment in the comments. And you know, my view is still that we will build another lower low, even if we move up now another maybe 10% or something, or 15% for Bitcoin. My view is still that we haven't seen the low on the Bitcoin chart yet. Yeah, but of course, I don't know. For the last 6 months since we reached that target area below 28.6k in May, the 6 months before that, I've been telling you we haven't finished the correction yet. Now that we have hit this target area, what you need to understand, because there are a lot of new people on this channel, what you need to understand, a chart needs to have fulfill certain requirements to complete a correction, and those requirements Bitcoin achieved on, I think it was the 11th of May, and that was the first time that I told you that any low that is coming now, yeah, could be the last one. So we technically can now have completed the correction, and that is just what everybody needs to understand. And I still don't get the comments when someone's saying that I'm wrong because I still expect a lower low, we are going to go up from here. Well, no, I'm telling you the low can be in. Absolutely. Maybe I'm printing a t-shirt and walk around with it all day. But this is just a message that everybody needs to get. The minimum requirements to complete the current correction are completed by Bitcoin. Nevertheless, because the bullish signals are too weak, I still expect lower prices for Bitcoin. And the other comment that many people say, that apparently everybody is now expecting still lower prices and therefore we are going to go up. I don't think everybody is expecting lower prices. I think we are currently seeing a lot of people actually expecting rising prices again across the market. Yeah, so you can't take that argument. I see a lot of people in the comments saying the low is in, we're going to go up from here, I'm wrong, and so on, even though I'm telling you the low could be in now. Yeah, this is the first time that I say that. Well, when we hit that price target area below 28.6k, Bitcoin technically completed the requirements for the correction, which doesn't mean the correction is over, but it massively increases the potential that the correction is over. But the lower time frame doesn't confirm that yet. So let's take a look at that. So again, there's no reason for FOMO at this stage, but my personal point of view, yeah, and I share that a lot with the channel members, I'm dollar cost averaging in, yeah, at the moment at these prices. I'm not going to chase the lowest point for Bitcoin, and not only, and also for the altcoins. Yeah, what you need to decide as an investor, and every investor needs to be capable of doing so, you need to be able to decide for yourself. Do you try to buy low and risk that prices come even lower? So for example, if I'm dollar cost averaging in now and around 25k, for example, I'm risking that the price can still drop to 10, 15k. Yeah, because Bitcoin can do that even in the current scenario. There is still significant downside potential for Bitcoin there. So this is possible, yeah, and this is the risk I have to take if I dollar cost average in now. The other possibility that there is that I am waiting for confirmation in the chart, which tells me for with a very high likelihood that the low is in, by waiting for an impulsive move up and maybe a correction down. But then I'm losing probably 10, 20, maybe even 30% of profits I leave on the table because I decided to wait for confirmation. So, and these are the two decisions that you have to make yourself. I can't make that for you. Okay, Bitcoin chart, where are we here? 1 hour chart. This is still what I'm looking at. Yeah, still what I'm looking at. Nothing changed so far. So still at the moment, I have to come to the conclusion based on what I see on the short time frame wave count. I have to come to the conclusion at the moment that we are here in a wave 2 correction to the upside after we made a first impulsive move down here into the 3rd of June. We are currently in a corrective wave up, which is currently a C wave, yeah, in an ABC pattern in a wave 2. So a wave 2 consists of 3 waves, and within that third wave, the wave C, we are, in my opinion, in that wave 3. There will be another wave 4 down and a wave 5 up, and that will complete wave C and then wave 2. That is what is going to happen in this scenario. Above 32.4k, pretty much, that scenario will be invalidated. and we're looking at further upside potential for Bitcoin in the yellow target area here. That would then go into the area between 32.1k and 34.3k, and that is the area where we would then expect an extended wave 4. So assuming that this wave 4 here in red then has not finished yet. Yeah, this is still very corrective. So where are we with this wave 3 now? Have we reached any crazy retracement levels here? So the two things we looked at in the earlier video, we looked at the Fibonacci retracement level for the wave 2 in white. That wave 2 in white you would expect to retrace somewhere, now that we have come into these levels, into the region to the 61.8% Fib level. I think when we made the earlier video that was already broken. So the next possible target was here 31.7k, the 78.6% Fib level, and I think we are moving towards that. Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. I think we are moving towards that. Yeah, did we already reach it? No, we haven't reached it yet. So we could technically expect a little bit more upside to reach that 78.6% Fib level, and maybe even the 32k level, which is the 88.7% Fib level. But above that, it will just get quite unlikely. That is still a wave 2. Yeah. So what you would also expect normally is a little bit of a retracement in a wave 4. I don't think we have seen that yet. A retracement in a wave 4 and then a move up in the wave 5. Now that should ideally not go above the 88.7% Fib level at 32k. Now if we move above that and then really also break here the invalidation point at $32,379 to be very exact, then I would go with the scenario that I also explained to you earlier, that the wave Y here just hasn't finished yet. Yeah, and that is also a very likely possibility. It's not my primary expectation, but it's a very likely possibility that we will just move higher here into the yellow target area all the way up to 34.3k. And that target area is based on the larger retracement of that red wave 4. Yeah, but even then I would expect after we hit this area that the price is going to reverse down, and we're entering this last leg down, the last wave down in the correction, which would need to consist of 5 waves. Now that would be the alternative scenario. The primary one is still for me here at the moment that we are in this wave 2 in white, and that this wave 2, as soon as this wave 2 is complete, that we are going to turn down, and that we then will enter a wave 3. And I think we will know more probably in around 2 hours. So stock markets are going to open shortly in the USA. So the New York Stock Exchange is going to open this week. We have a few announcements which will be interesting as well. I think Friday will be quite a turbulent day. I think we've got the CPI data coming on Friday. But again, every stock market opening, especially on the Monday, will tell us probably where we are going to head. So it will be interesting. Expect some volatility in the next couple of hours, next 2 to 3 hours, which will be interesting. And then also in the first 4 hours after the stock market opening, that's usually the most busy time also in the crypto market. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at here at the moment. And again, just to indicate, that is, my view is based on the high likelihood that we haven't seen the low yet, and that is based on this price structure as well, which is everything is just not bullish at the moment. I said in the previous video, with a lot of creativity you can probably come up with a bullish wave count for it, but it requires a lot of creativity, and yeah, I'm struggling to make it work. However, from a high level point of view, the correction could be over, but it is the least likely scenario that I see here at the moment. I would see primarily we will finish the wave 2 off and will go down then in the according to the roadmap here. The alternative scenario would be that the wave 4 hasn't finished yet, and that we will see a bit of an extended wave 4 all the way up to 34.3k, and we will then turn down to the downside. And the most unlikely scenario, but we have to accept it as a possibility, is that the low is already in for Bitcoin. And I'm only saying that, yeah, because we reached already my target area that I gave you back in November. So based on that, the overall correction requirements are complete. And you now have to decide for yourself, do you wait and speculate that there will be another lower low, which is very likely, but not guaranteed? Or do you buy now, as I do it? I dollar cost average into Bitcoin at the moment and into some altcoins. Do you dollar cost average in now and wait, just speculate that the low has already been in and maybe it will go lower, and then you dollar cost average in more? Or do you just wait for confirmation? Do you just wait for confirmation? And I have been telling you before, confirmation for Bitcoin will not be there below 40.8K. Yeah, so I won't give you confirmation until we have seen proof and evidence of a clear impulsive wave and we have moved above the 40.8K level. That's what you won't get. And then, you'll miss out on probably like 20% from down there to here. Yeah, and maybe even more. So that is what it is. No, it will be more, won't it? From let's say from the current levels, we move all the way up. Yeah, it's pretty, no, it's 30%, something like that. But then again, if confirmation is there around maybe 41K, this is still so early. It is still so early. And then the risk that we then come down once more is just getting smaller and smaller. And that is the balance that you as an investor have to decide yourself. That decision only you can make. Otherwise, you shouldn't be in financial markets. So you need to decide, do I accept that there is uncertainty? Because there is uncertainty. Yeah, it's all about probabilities. So far, probabilities have been very much on our side since November, which is amazing. I think it saved a lot of people a lot of money. And now, chasing the lowest low, you're probably not going to get it because you only know that the low was in afterwards. That is just reality. Yeah, and here we are getting to the absolute boundaries of what TA can do. Yeah, we have to be very honest with that. But TA can give you an edge in the market and can help you understand these probabilities very well. And yeah, I have given you the probabilities and my likely scenarios. And now it's up to you, of course, to make your decision. But of course, you should do your own research and come to your own conclusions. So this is what we're looking at. Very exciting time at the moment. I'm prepared here for both scenarios, really. Myself, how I handle this, I still have a buy order set lower for Bitcoin. I think a couple actually. But most of my buy orders for altcoins and Bitcoin already triggered. And at the current levels, some of them I use again, just waiting really for that price increase. Yeah, and I think another low is likely, very likely, but I also wouldn't wait for it, and because it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. All right, and that is my view about Bitcoin. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.